Have you been thinking about buying lab-grown diamonds or considering upgrading your set to a bigger rock? And you're still in between, should I buy lab, go bigger, get better quality and less money, or natural, go smaller? Well, this is the video for you. Today, I'm gonna be sharing 3 sets of rings here, all beautiful, gorgeous, huge, but I'm gonna most importantly tell you the story of each couple on how they decided to go lab grown. And if you watch the video all the way through, you'll see the bonus clips of all 3 sets on hand, just playing for you guys to enjoy, watching the sparkles just drooling all over it. Well, make sure you like my video, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram at @ByBonnieJewelry, okay? Why wait? Let's dive right in. When I finished making those 3 sets, I was like, I can't wait until I get on camera because I just get so excited when I actually get to try on sets, you guys. And so, okay, so this first set right here is a couple, they're actually looking for an engagement ring. So when they first reached out to me, they said, you know what, Bonnie, I have a big budget, right? And I only want natural diamonds at first. They were like, oh, I'm confused. You know, what's the difference between both? And I was like, you know what, with your budget, you can totally go natural and this is what you'll get. And even with that budget, they were like researching and thinking, oh, you know what, I really want this size, and they really want it colorless. They really want a VSVVS. So I was like, eventually they said, you know what, after talking to Bonnie, and I've also made lab grown versus natural part 1, part 2. Make sure you go watch that to see the difference. But basically they asked me, they were like, Bonnie, what would you do, right? And I said, it just depends on what you want. Do you want to upgrade? Do you care? She's like, well, no, if I'm gonna get those big rocks of my dreams, I'm not really gonna go much bigger than a 5 carat. I was like, okay then. I actually gave them some homework to do. I said you should, buy different shapes on Amazon, like, fake rings, and at least try the shape and then slowly think about wanting natural or lab. So she really wanted a big set. So she was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go lab so that I can get 2 rings and get it like super, super iced out with the highest color clarity. So for those of you who are wondering, what is the quality? So this is the 5 carat E-color VS1, and today I'm also gonna kind of talk to you guys about ratio, okay? So this second set here, I have kind of a very similar set done here with 2-tone. So for those of you who reach out to me asking me, should I go 2-tone or platinum? So here it's a perfect example of how it looks on hand. So it's a very similar set. So on the left hand, we have the 5 carat 1.41 ratio EVS1 in lab grown, paired with a 4.1 millimeter, so 4 carat eternity band. On my other hand, I have the 2-tone version, 4.5 carat 149 ratio. So if you look at it side by side, for those of you who are learning about ratio, so what is ratio, which means length to width ratio of the stone, how long the oval is compared to how short it is. So you will notice that even with a 1/2 carat larger with the shorter ratio, it looks very similar to a 4.5 carat with a longer ratio. So you'll know that with a longer ratio, you do get more length coverage. I think it also depends on the shape of your hands, what you like. So I have 2.4 millimeter here and 2.8 millimeter here. And I really encourage people to go thicker on the bandwidth because there's been this trend where Instagram has been, riding the super, super thin rings. And for me, it's just really hard to tell people like, hey, the ring is really thin. You have to really take care of it. You can't do this, you can't do that. You might bend it. Da, 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 da. If you read like all these posts, like on Reddit, people writing like, oh, I got this 1.4 millimeter. It's bent 3 times and I had to fix it 5 times. Whatever. And so I'm telling you guys, going thicker gives you so much more bling, of course, and durability. So this one is paired with a Sherpong band in gold, and I just love that warmth of the gold, but I also love the whiteness, iciness of the white. So it just depends on personal preference, skin tone perhaps, and what type of wardrobe you have. Like I wear a lot of mixed gold, so for me, I can do both. if you really love gold, having the platinum prongs really helps whiten the stone. That's what it's for. Okay, so if you're looking for an oval, I've also made thinner band version of the same exact ring. You can check that out here. And I totally love those set. It's just so much bling on the finger. I'm gonna move on to, well, telling you the story of this couple that came in for those ring. And same thing, they, you know, had a big budget, but they really, what they really wanted, you know, was gonna be a much smaller stone in natural. So she got a 4.5 carat in lab grown. So in natural, for the same budget, you would have gotten like 2.5 carat. And she didn't want to sacrifice on clarity or quality. So, and she says, I'm never gonna sell it. So boom, here we go. She went with the lab grown set. So third one I'm gonna introduce is a client of mine who already had a natural diamond that was smaller. I think it was like 1.5 or 1.8 when she got engaged. And when she reached out to me, she was like, you know what, Bonnie, for the large set, I don't even want to be scared spending all this money. It's not that I don't have money. It's like, I don't want to be scared walking out the door with all these bling bling on my finger. I said, totally understandable. You know, if you get a 4 or 5 carat, you know, DEF color diamond, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. And people were like, I don't want to get robbed when I walk outside my house, but I want to enjoy life at the same time. So I said, okay, I did the same thing. And here we go. She went with a 4.1 carat 8X diamond. So for those of you who don't know what an 8X diamond is, 8X means there's excellent, or there's a regular, what we call triple excellent in round. This one is graded by GCal. If you don't know, I went to GCal, I made a video, and I'm going to talk about the journey of all of that and specifically what an 8X diamond is. But basically, it's the most stringent parameters of how they grade an excellent cut diamond. So basically, they're talking about the cut being more perfect, beyond perfect, the most perfect. So because they have the material to cut in lab, we're able to source this beautiful 8X stones. She's like, I only want the best max sparkle. And I said, I got you. And this one really knocks it out of the park. And she was like, I want something so similar. So we did this in 4.1 carat with 4 prong. And you'll notice that again, here she went thicker on the band. So we did 2.8 millimeter on the engagement ring, okay? I swear these days I don't get inquiry for 2.8 millimeters. Always like 1.5, 1.8, right? So this one I said, let's do 2.8. Look at that. It's not what you guys think. You guys get scared of the number, but look at the ring itself. It feels really like thick and nice. And when you're pairing it with an eternity band that's this thick, like she wanted 5 carats. At first we were like, oh, 4 carats. I was like, no, the stone is really big. Why don't we go big? And she really loves that look. And why did I go double gallery? I don't know if you can see the difference between U gallery or double gallery here, which is one of our most popular two design bands. Okay, so she was telling me, hey, I'm a mom, like, Bonnie, what do you recommend? Because they both look really nice between the U gallery and the double gallery. And I said, listen, like, if you're a mom, you're busy, you're probably better off with the double gallery. And she agreed. We did the double gallery and it looks absolutely amazing on hand as a set. See how great it looks? So anyway, there you have it, the 3 sets. Like I said, I'm gonna be throwing in extra bonus clips of all 3 try on, so you can kind of get a fuller, closer look to all of them. I'll have the product links below for you guys to check it out, but definitely this is why a lot of people are buying lab grown diamonds. This is the story why 3 of my clients went lab grown. Does that mean that you should do that too? I don't know. I think you should really think about it. There is no right or wrong answer. It just depends on your budget, how you feel, and once you own the rings, how is that gonna make you feel when your friends are asking you, hey, is that lab or natural? Or are you gonna be comfortable answering which one you went with? Are you proud of it? Like, those are so many questions that people ask and they don't want to talk about because there's still a little bit of like a stigma thing to lab grown. So I think the choices are there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make your comments below. I want to know, if it were you, would you go lab or would you go natural? What are you gonna do? What will you choose? Let's hear it. I hope you guys loved it. Enjoy the clips. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.